All right, 42. Bottom of 42, okay? So real quick, there are 4 ways to state tolerance, right? And in this case, they gave us this format. You should recognize it that this is in a like max-min format, okay? Express to them the dimensions or this tolerance in the other 3 forms that we know about. So you always want to extract the information. So we already know that this is, the top number is your max, the bottom number is your min. Okay? You should be able to deduct it from here, okay? The tolerance, anybody remember how to get the tolerance? You subtract, right? Do you remember that? Okay, it's been a long weekend, right? We forget. So that would be 0.02 of an inch. Okay, and what's the nominal when it's like this? Add them and divide it by 2. That's right. You basically are finding the middle between the 2 numbers. So we're just assuming that it is the target that we want is between those 2. Okay, so that would be 0.48 divided by 2, which is 0.240 inches. You don't have to have that 0 at the end. I just added it to stay in line with what we have here. So extract that info, right? Fill in these 4. I would, on my study sheet, have these 4 there, like whichever method, whichever form you're given, get it to this. Extract the info and then answer, right? We can go down here now. This is just, okay, I'll have to say this. Sometimes the province gives you these stated in the other formats, but sometimes they don't. They don't tell you which format. But this one is already taken care of. That's the one we are originally provided with. So now we just rewrite it this way. So it calls for minimum, right? Minus 0 inches plus whatever the tolerance is. So we've written it in this format. And then you do the same thing here, max. Just don't be thrown off by how they ask questions, okay? Once you fill in these 4, it will probably make sense. Nominal is 0.240 inches plus or minus 1/2 tolerance. Okay, make sure you add units everywhere, and there we go. How else could this have been set up? One way I've seen it is this, watch. They're like, this is one way, a measurement with its tolerance. Which one of the 3 here is another way of stating this one? Well, they give you options. Only one is going to be right. So if you're able to take the info, right, get this first, then you'll be able to tell which one of these actually jives with that one, right? So I think I would always recommend you do this and then you continue, okay? I'll just stop there. That's an example. I'm thinking, hold on, maybe we'll do one more. You cannot tell me that you haven't had enough examples. 43, let's try 43 because that's an odd one. If you did the homework, you're either you know what to look for now, or you already understand it. That's fine. So here we go. Given this, it actually doesn't fit any of these. It sort of looks like one of these 2, but it doesn't have a 0. So we just have to go by what we see here. So the max is 16 plus 4. That's 20 centimeters. Minimum is 16 minus 1, so that's 15 centimeters. Tolerance is just 20 minus 15, so there's a 5 centimeter tolerance, right? You basically found the maximum, and so the amount in between is 5 centimeters. That's the tolerance. Always remember that. And the nominal is the big number up front every single time. So if you think about it, of the four formats, these 3 have the nominal right in front every single time. This one you have to do extra work to find the nominal. Okay. So let's write it like, let's fill this in. Max min is just 20 centimeters, 15 centimeters. Okay. Min is 15 centimeters minus 0 centimeters plus 5 centimeters, right? Just follow that. Max 20 centimeters plus 0 centimeters minus 5 centimeters. And then nominal is 16 centimeters plus or minus half of whatever the tolerance is, which is 5 centimeters. Sorry, I'm a little slow today. Okay, so there you have it. I'm going to give you one more curveball that I just now remember it. A couple years ago they did this. I'm just going to grab 10 degrees Celsius plus or minus 5 degrees Celsius. They actually said this is a measurement with its tolerance. Does this look like any of the four? No. It sort of looks like this, but it doesn't have the half, correct? Yeah. So how do you get your tolerance if it doesn't look exactly like this? Remember, I always tell you this, get your info out of this. You get your max, your min, your tolerance, and your nominal. So the way to get your tolerance is to first focus, let's get the maximum, which is 15. The minimum is 10 minus 5, that'd be 5. So the tolerance is 15 minus 5. That's how I would, honestly, this is the safest way to get your tolerance every single time. Degrees Celsius. So there's your tolerance, and the nominal is simply the number up front. And in this case, it happens to be the same as before. So it's missing the plus or minus 1/2, right, in there. But don't worry about it. Just make sure you do these 4, and you'll be safe. Okay, it'll work every time.